Alright, everybody, this should be a new face for you. This is Julian, another friend of ours here in Arkansas, and he can continue on from here.
Oh, hey, I'm Julian. Ever since I started Yu-Gi-Oh, I have ran a mishmash of cards, but my first real deck was zombies, and that's the deck profile I'm showing you today of my zombie deck that I have just progressively kept up with modern stuff. So yeah, let's get right to that. First up is my Armageddon Knight. He can send any dark monster from my deck to my graveyard, which is really good because you want monsters in the graveyard so that you can do other stuff, which I'll get to in a minute. Then I run one Spirit Reaper, just because he can't be destroyed by battle, and sometimes people cannot get over that. The only downside is that when he's targeted by any effect, he's automatically destroyed. I run two Mizuki. When he's in the graveyard, I can banish it to special summon any zombie monster from my graveyard to the field. Then I run two Plague Spreader. I can discard one, or I can put one card from my hand to the top of my deck to bring him back out from the graveyard for a second summon. He's really good to push for that power play to get the second card on there, or the second extra deck monster person, or bigger beater person. Unizombie. He can just change the levels of monsters by 2 stars, up to 2 stars. Like, I discard one card, so the level I can choose him or another monster I control, and make their level go up by 1. And then after that, I can take a card from my deck and put it in the graveyard, and the same thing would happen. Then I run two Zombie Master. I can discard a card from my hand to special summon a level 4 or lower zombie from my graveyard. I run two Bella. What she does is, if you have Tristan on the field, you can special summon her from your hand. You can choose two, I believe it's 2 zombie monsters on the field, and you can make their level fluctuate from 5 to 8. And then you can't special summon that turn unless you're special summoning a zombie monster. Then I run two Tristan. When Tristan is normal summoned, I can take a zombie monster with 0 defense and add it back to my hand. So I'd usually go for Bella if I've already used Bella for something. I run one Shiranui tuner dude. Basically, you want him in the graveyard because you can take him and any other zombie monster, any other non-tuner zombie monster, and banish them. And as long as their levels equal up 8 or more, you can special summon what you need, as long as it's a zombie monster. Then I run one Shiranui Spirit Master. When he's normal summoned, I can special summon another Shiranui monster from my hand. And then when he's banished from the graveyard, you can target a monster on the field and destroy it. I run two Shiranui Smith. When he's used as a synchro summon, was used as material for a synchro summon, you can search your deck for a Shiranui card and add it to your hand. And when he's banished, all zombie type monsters you control are cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. I run two Shiranui Samurai. I can banish one card from my graveyard, and he'll gain 600 attack until the end of the turn. Put him at a 2400 beater, and then when he's banished, you can put a card from your deck to graveyard. I will run one Foolish just to get something in the graveyard so I can banish it. I won one Dark Hole, two Book of Life. I can special summon a zombie and banish a card in my opponent's graveyard. 2 Twin Twister, 2 Shiranui Style Synthesis. If I control no cards on the field, or no monsters on my field, I can discard a card and activate one of the 2 effects. I can special summon a zombie type monster from my graveyard, or I can take a banish card in my banish zone and add it to the graveyard. Then I have 1 Bottomless, 1 Compulse, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Breakthrough Skill. I just happen to have a Call of the Haunted, a Magic Cylinder, 1 Dimensional Wall, King's Elaborate? Oh, okay. Dimension Wall is just like Mirror Force, except when if one of your monsters is if something attacks you, the damage, instead of you taking it, they would take it. So it's a little bit iffy on if it's better than Magic Cylinder, but I like their artwork, so it's my opinion. I run 2 Metal Slime. When you activate it, it becomes a 0 attack, 3000 defense wall, level 10. Then I have 1 King's Consolence. It just helps with synchros and stuff like that. Plays. Then I run 2 Shiranui Style Swallow Slash. I can tribute 1 zombie type monster. Then I can target 2 cards on the field and destroy them, but then I have to banish a Shiranui from my deck. Sorry about that. Misread the text. But I know you guys love me anyways. Alright. On to the extra deck. I run 1 Revived King Hydus, can't pronounce it right, but basically when a zombie monster you control while this card is on the field attacks and destroys a card, so let's say one of your zombie monsters destroys a Burning Abyss, its effect wouldn't go off because it can't go off because this card's effect in the graveyard, so it's just, kills them. I run 1 Go-Yo Guardian, and he's a 28 wall. I can XC summon really easily for rank 6s in this deck, and he steals a monster when he destroys it instead of makes it to the graveyard. I run 2 Shiranui Samurai Sage, another level 6 Saga. Not Samurai. It is a Samurai.
Samurai Saga.
It is Samurai Saga. Once during either player's turn, you can banish a monster from your graveyard that's a zombie type that has 0 defense. And all monsters your opponent's controller switch to defense position that have the same attack as that monster or less. Then, when this card is banished from your graveyard, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls, and it loses 500 attack and defense. Also, since it is a 0 defense, it just happens to have a bunch of synergy. All 0 defense has synergy. Then I run 2 Shiranui Shogun Saga. He's the main beater of the deck. When he's special summoned, you can banish a zombie type monster from your graveyard that has 0 defense, and this card gains its attack for the turn. So you can just blow stuff out of the water. When it is banished, you can add 1 card from your graveyard to your hand. Then I run 1 Red Dragon Archfiend. You guys should know what that does. 1 Leo, because it can't be targeted by anything until your second main phase, and it's a 3100 beat stick. I run 1 Cowboy, Black Ship of Corn. And then I run 1 Crimson Knight Vampire Barm. I can detach 1 Xyz material. I can steal an opponent's I don't steal it, but I can take an opponent's monster from my graveyard, from their graveyard. Special summon it to my side of the field in defense position. And then and I can only do it once per turn. But when this card's destroyed during your next standby phase, you can re-special summon this card from your graveyard in face-up defense position. Then I run 1 Plague Spreader. You can detach an Xyz. I'm sorry. This is Pilgrim Reaper, not Plague Spreader Reaper. I'm new to this and I'm kind of freaking out. Let's just... Alright, sweet. You detach a unit, then you and your opponent would mill the top 5 cards of their deck. This card gains 500 attack and defense. For every dark monster in the graveyard. So if you're running against a card that likes to mill fast to get stuff out fast, you pull this out and you make them go a little faster. As long as you can keep up with them, they'll have to slow down, or they will deck themselves out. I run 122 Zombie Stein with Bell and Tristan. You can bring him out really easily, really quick. 4,500 beat stick, and when an effect is activated, you switch him to defense position, discard a unit, or detach a unit, and the effect's negate and destroy it. I run 123 Lancelot. He's a 2200, 2 level 8, so you can bring him really easy with Tristan or Bell, or Tristan and Bell, or just Bell. But the point is, it's a 2000 beater. They can attack your opponent directly, but when a card effect is activated during the battle, like when it attacks, you are required to detach a unit to negate it, whether you want to or not. Then, last but not least, I run 1 Super Dreadnought Cannon Gustav Max. Super Rail Cannon Gustav Max. He's a 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense. You detach a unit, inflict 2,000 points of damage to your opponent. Somehow in this deck, he's actually almost as easy to get out as Cowboy, which is really surprising, and I really like it. You can't tell, I'm perspirating. So don't trash talk me too much, YouTube.
Yep. So once again, welcome this new face, and hope to see you guys later. Like, subscribe, and keep watching on for more profiles. See ya.